Let's get started. Ready to become a better you. It just starts by showing up. Showing up is all it takes. It takes saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up again. Day 47. Doing it again. Showing up. Hitting record. It's all it takes. It's taking the action every single day to become a better you. It's going to take putting in the work every day. I'm going to say it again, to become a better you. Because nothing you going to get don't come with work. Failing is part of the process. Not being the best at what you do comes with the process. So how you get past it, you start. How do you keep getting better? You continue to do it. You continue to do it till it becomes second nature, till you look forward to it. Do I look forward to it yet? Nope, I'm still working on it, okay? I'm still at it. But that's the catch. I'm still at it. I want to become 1% better. That's going to be the whole hyper focus. 1% better than I was yesterday. And that's how we going to make it to where we want to go. We're going to become 1% better. That's going to be the stance. That's going to be the whole focus. And eventually, it's going to look so much different. Because we put in the work to become 1% better. If you're working on a book, that book should be 1% better, or you should be 1% further than you was yesterday. And that's one word at a time, one paragraph at a time, one chapter at a time. That's where we at. Everything in our life is not going to happen overnight. But what it can do is catch momentum. The more work we put in, the more momentum we start to build. That's what I have to do. I have to put in that momentum building every single day. I have to show up and put in that work every single day to get that traction up. Faith without works is dead. I can want all the things, but if I'm not putting in the work, I'm not going to get them. I can want to say I want to gain weight or I want to lose weight, but if I'm not doing the things it takes to get those results, it's not going to happen. If I want a degree and I'm not putting in the work and I'm not putting in the study habits, it's not going to happen. Nothing happens without putting in the work. If I want to sell real estate, I have to make offers. I have to put myself in a group of people that deal in real estate. I have to put in the work. Okay? Anything I want to do, if I want to start a 503c, I have to go find a builder. I have to go find people that understands and find the research, put in the work in order to build that 503c non-profit organization. Okay? All the things in this world, the information is there for us to get. It's so much easier for us to get. But putting in the work is where we'll start, we'll talk about it, but we will not execute. I am guilty of it on a consistent basis. I am guilty of that. That's why when God was like, look, all you got to do is number one, get behind that camera every single day. Because the more you do it, the better you're going to get. The better you do it, the better you're going to get. How do I get God to work in my favor? I be obedient and I go to work. I put in the little money in the account. And see, that is the product that makes us so valuable. It's because of the work you put in, you start to gain that traffic. You start to gain that momentum. And then you'll look back and be like, wow, I made it. And you know what it took. And you can help somebody else. And then they can help somebody else. This energy we have inside of us is infectious in the right way. When used right, We have the ability to do so much more than we give ourselves credit for. But do we let ourselves create? Do we let ourselves become the best version of ourselves? Because the only way you can become the best version of yourself is work on being that version of yourself every single day. No distractions. Gotta cut the distractions out. You got to be the center of that hyper focus, become the best version of yourself. Transformation happens by becoming the best version of yourself. Finding those things and work on it every single day. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. You gotta be your greatest cheerleader even when you don't feel like you can cheer anymore. Did you hear that? You gotta be your greatest cheerleader when you can't even cheer. So confidence comes by building confidence. So if you ain't got confidence, pray, meditate, pray, meditate, then take action. Pray, meditate, take action. Pray, meditate, take action. A to B. Whatever you not doing, pray, meditate, take action. Because without action, nothing is going to happen. You can pray, you can meditate, but you have to take action. Action is the key part to taking anything from here and bringing it to the reality. You got to take action. Whoever you admire, wherever you spending your time, maybe you watch Netflix, maybe you got this favorite actor. I want you to take a second and think about how much work that person had to do to become them. I need you to take that much focus and put it in yourself. Because the same person that you admire is the same person that's stealing from you also. Because you can take that and understand who you admire you can become. Who you admire you can become. Be, do, have. That's Myron Golden. Okay, by the way. Check him out. But this is the thing, that it is incredible when you can be, do, have, and really work at it every single day. Every single day, you go forward and you strive a little bit more every single day. That's all it takes. You got to deposit. Gotta make deposits. If you want your life to look different, make deposits in it. You gotta invest in self. Time in self, courage in self. You gotta be doing something different to have something different. You have to. I know this. I get behind this camera because I want something different. I want to be of value to someone else because that's how it works. The universe works. God works like that. He gives us everything we need, but we got to show up. The complaining ain't gonna work. What my life and that's all I know ain't gonna work. That's copping out. That ain't gonna work. Everybody got one of those stories. It's time to have the success stories. It's time to put in the work to become success. What does success look like for you? I call breaking the bondage and changing generational curses is already success. When that starts to happen, for me, that's success. That's success. That is success because it's going to change the bloodline, the generations after that. That's success. And it only gets better. Because you're not only going to break your bloodline curse, your generation, you're going to break somebody else's. And they going to break somebody else's. And they going to break somebody else's. That's the way it works. Because this right here is infectious. It's the spirit moving. Because you're feeding it what it needs to open up. I never understood value. I promise you I didn't. I promise you I was the guy with no character, didn't understand value, read a lot of books, and still did not understand value. I don't have value. Build a skill. Build a skill. And I promise you, the value will come. And the skill is already in you. Sometimes we so lost, and I've been like this. I want to tell you about me. I would jump from one thing to the next thing, to the next shiny object, to the next shiny object, to the next shiny object. That one, and I never stuck it out. But I've learned something. I learned that what I needed to be working on, I was running from it. I was going from one shiny object because I didn't want to face some things that needed to be fixed first. And that's the brokenness that was in me. No matter what I went to, it wasn't going to work. Until I fixed that thing that was in me, nothing else was going to work. Because a poor mindset gonna keep you poor. It's gonna keep you chasing everything else besides the things that need to be fixed in you. Okay? When I figured that out, then something started to shift. Then the shiny objects start being so shiny, and the 1% better started to take place. And if you ain't noticed, it's only that happened like 47 days ago. Okay? This happened when I decided to really listen to God. I listened, but I wasn't obedient the way I needed to be. No matter how much He tried to guide me, but sometimes it's going to happen right where it's supposed to happen. We need to be grateful for that part because it happened. Some people go their whole life and it don't happen. So when it does take shape and form in your life, thank God for it. Take this time when you listen to this, and don't let this be you at 50. I'm not quite 50 yet, but don't let this be you 49 and a half. Saying when you could have got it and took action and stopped putting off what you can do today, right now, and be like, I'll get it done tomorrow. Tomorrow ends up next week end up next one, and next one end up next year, and then you're repeating those same cycles, and you done found some more shiny objects to deal with. Stop chasing shiny objects. Start to work on self, because the shiny objects is always going to be there. And if you don't break this shiny object syndrome, you will never find that true definition of character within yourself. I never understood as much as I do today. And the only reason I'm growing to understand so much more is because I'm being consistent. I'm being obedient to God. And that is starting to transform so much in my life. I mean, He has already done so much in my life. Let me stop. No drinking, no drugging, no chasing women and doing the things and trying to validate myself so I can be one way and feel another way and be all these different masks and so many different people in turmoil within self. So He already done that. But watching this course now is beautiful. Put in the comments, and thank you if you done stuck around this long. Thank you. Thank you. I can't say it enough. But I'm calling you to action. Like, subscribe to the channel. Let me just keep bringing value. Let's keep growing together. Let's put together something so strong in the lives of others, and you take action every single day to become a better you, that 1% better you, and see what our life look like in 2026. Let's look at how it's going to be rocking in 2026, because we did so much work in 2025. Where our tribe will be so strong in 2026, because it all started from 2025 and the work we put in. And we gonna look back and say, can you believe it? When we have our meetups, can you believe it? When we post it all through YouTube about the family, the tribe, the 1% Better Club, that make the 1% so much stronger than we grabbing, we going, we striving. all the things that happened because of this. Because we decided to take action. I'm only 47 days ahead of you. If you started when I said start, just pick up and go. I'm only 45. And if you already was doing it, we might be right there together. Let me know. Put it in the comments where you at. Like, subscribe, man. Take action. This is the year of action. This is it. No more putting off what we can get done now. I'm gonna show up every day though. I'm gonna keep showing up. So that way you can go back and be like, man, if he can do this, if I can fail, if I ain't gotta be great, okay? I don't have to be great. I just gotta be better than I was yesterday. And if I'm not betting as good as I was yesterday, that's cool. I'm gonna be 2% better the next day. It's guaranteed. It's gonna pick up traction. You are not gonna lose at this. You just cannot be afraid of not being good and you looking at yourself and being like, man, I could do so much more. So what? Pat yourself on the back and say, guess what? I showed up. You showed up. Let's continue to show up every day. Invest in ourselves. Invest in that 503C. Invest in maybe making your course. Invest in maybe writing that book. Invest in maybe starting that store. Invest in whatever it is that's inside of you to do. Maybe it's to start that car lot. Maybe it's to sell beauty products. Maybe it's to travel the world and sell something that are you an inventor? Okay? Painter. Whatever your craft is, they waiting on you. They are waiting on you. You got to show up. You got to show up and you got to start today. Okay? You got to start today, not tomorrow. Today. If you supposed to be on YouTube, you got to start today. Push record and hurry up and go through it. I'm going to say I'm ending this. I thank you so much. If you still around, being here, rocking with me, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I love you. All right. Until tomorrow.